stars you may not know passed away. Grunge staff. We look up to our favorite stars, and when one of them passes, it leaves us all with a heavy heart. Whether they were actors, musicians, or sports legends, each of these people left an undeniable mark on our lives and the world we know today. Some were cut short in their prime while others led a long, fulfilled life before leaving the mortal coil, but they all have one thing in common: they will be missed. Omar Sharif. Omar Sharif is probably most famous for his roles in Lawrence of Arabia and Dr. Zhivago, but while those roles kicked off his career in the US, they certainly weren't the end of it. The Egyptian actor was a powerhouse in cinema for over 60 years, up to his most recent role in 2013's Rock the Casbah, not to be confused with Bill Murray's Rock the Casbah. Younger fans might recognize him from The 13th Warrior, which also starred Antonio Banderas, or the Viggo Mortensen film Hidalgo. In early 2015, Omar Sharif was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. He had a heart attack later that same year and died on July 10, 2015, in Cairo, Egypt. Sadly, his mental health had deteriorated rapidly in those few short months. According to his son, the 83-year-old could remember the broad strokes of his life. He knew he was an actor, but he couldn't recall when some of his films had been made. Tony Burton. On February 25, 2016, 78-year-old actor and ex-boxer Tony Burton finally fought his last round after a long battle with pneumonia. The world knew Tony Burton best as Duke, the hard-ass boxing trainer in the Rocky series. He had a supporting role in 6 total Rocky films, most recently the 2006 sequel, Rocky Balboa. Burton was a longtime friend of Sylvester Stallone and Carl Weathers, who played Apollo Creed in the franchise. It should come as no surprise that the man who trained both Creed and Rocky on film was a boxer himself in his early years. He was a 2-time light heavyweight champion before he retired from the sport in 1959. After that, Tony Burton tried to cobble his life together, but eventually found himself doing a 3-year stretch in a California prison for robbery. While behind bars, Burton took an interest in acting, and in 1974 he landed his first role in the blaxploitation film The Black Godfather. After a string of minor TV appearances, Burton nabbed a small role in John Carpenter's Assault on Precinct 13, and then finally went for the knockout when he was cast as Duke in the first Rocky film. The rest, as they say, is history.